Or do you date outside your race because you're overweight? If so, you could be a guest. Call 1-800-GO-RICKY. You must be 18 or older to call.
We're talking to women who say their babies' dads hate each other and they want the fighting to stop for the sake of their children. Before we went to break, we were talking with Bonnie, who says that Mike and Craig fight all the time. Now, there's someone else who's involved in this story, Craig's wife, Lori. I'll bet you want to hear from her, don't you? Lori, come on out here. Lori, thank you for being here. What's your take on the situation?
What's my take? Well, Craig's rights are not terminated until there's an adoption decree that says so. They were terminated when you signed the papers.
Okay, Mike.
I have the adoption decree that says they are not terminated until there's an adoption decree signed.
The fine print says irrevocable.
Also, our lawyer that we've been talking to says
okay, Bonnie, I'm going to tell you two. Please, you had your chance to speak. Let her speak.
The lawyer that we've been talking to says he still has rights. And to the domestic that happened between Mike and Bonnie, we have the police report that says she was transported to the hospital after he did beat her up nearly to death.
If you had 5 picture frames broken in your head, I'd have a migraine too.
I had a migraine before. You were restrained from me too. You not only choked me, but you harmed your own child when you left her. Yes, you did.
And 4 papers to back it up.
Ricki, there are certain guidelines.
He was restrained from his own child when he left us for what he did to her.
I can't discipline you. I can't imagine how you discipline your children. I mean, really, we have to hear both sides. It's only fair. We heard from you.
Not only that, with the restraining order she put on him in the beginning, she did call and let her come to our house for visits. If there was such a problem, she shouldn't have let her come.
But my question to you is, why would Craig sign a paper like that to begin with? Yes, the adoption isn't terminated, it is terminated, we don't know, but he signed that paper. Why would he give up his paternal rights for this child?
He wants their one family because she's been brainwashed so bad.
We were going to Rainbow to get groceries one day.
Mom and Dad. She has to call us by our first name.
Exactly.
Who's the one who chose to call me Dad?
Why is she
You know what she asked me to tell you today? This is what Sarah...
When she goes to your house, she
let's hear what's...
Mike and Bonnie.
Mike. Hi, Mike. Hi. Never me. Bonnie, what did Sarah ask you?
I said, I'm going to the show and I'm going to talk to Craig. What would you like me to say to Craig? Tell him I want to be a mar and tell him to stop coming to my house. And tell Lori to stop saying what's my name all the time because she doesn't want to call her
You're not her mother and you never will be her mother.
And you're not her dad either. You are her dad.
I am her dad.
You are her dad. Be her dad.
Okay.
To be her dad.
Time to come together for Sarah's sake. Don't you think it's time we stop this fighting and we come together for the sake of Sarah?
The only problem with that is they got my daughter so scared of me, she runs and hides every time I come in.
You did that yourself by coming out and banging on the house and screaming her name for the whole neighborhood to hear. Thank you.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
You did that. That was all caused by yourself.
We're taking a backward step. We're supposed to move forward today. What are you guys going to do for Sarah?
There are certain guidelines.
Stay away from our house, the whole problem will be over.
But you know what? He's still her father. He is still...
Excuse me. I know what we're going to do for Sarah's sake.
What are you going to do, Bonnie?
We're going to stay in contact with the people we've been in contact, and we're going to continue our adoption like it is.
And when my domestic classes are over, the adoption will be fine.
Why did it take you 3 months to go down and sign the paper after I paid for everything and signed it?
There's not a thing you can do about it.
Because you like the money.
Yes, ma'am.
It really looks to me that you two are really putting thoughts into this little girl's head.
That's right, yeah.
And
That's right.
And wait, hold on, let me finish. Excuse me, let me finish. You are not thinking about this child. You're thinking about paperwork. You're not thinking about this baby.
The only thing they can do.
You're talking about petty stuff. You beating up his mother and all this kind of type of thing. And all that. None of you are thinking about this baby.
You defend yourself.
Excuse me. When you get teeth, talk to me.
You know what you're talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
You heard me. I don't.
To me, it seems like
Guilty. You pled guilty to beating up Bonnie.
Excuse me.
You pled guilty to beating up Craig's
Guilty to harassment, Lori.
No, I did not.
Orders on who?
Bonnie.
You don't have them on us, do you?
Mike.
Because we don't go home after you. Exactly. Thank you.
Yes. What do you want to say, ma'am?
to me, it seems like the child is being abused mentally and physically, and
I agree.
all y'all need to get counseling for the sake of this child.
If I could get one
I want a mediation for everybody. So they say, Sarah's there, they're there, we're there. We tried this before.
I want to make
every one of them.
This is what I want you all to understand.
Guys, one at a time. Bonnie, let her finish.
Mike and I have been talking to a social worker all along. This adoption is going through. She says there is nothing wrong with the way we treat our daughter or take care of her.
That's the whole reason they waived the home stuff.
Mike, you have to let your wife finish.
The public and the publicity, and put her in a private school, a Christian school, where she is taught to let God lead her way.
So what do you tell her about her biological father?
She has a biological father. He has signed his rights away. We are in the process of adopting her, and we're taking the steps to get there. And that is what she wants.
There are certain guidelines that you have to follow in order to adopt. You cannot have.
That's why
You cannot have an assault as an adult.
Bonnie,
Too many times.
Bonnie, I let you speak. Now can we let Lori speak? Lori, now let me ask you.
She's going to lie to you.
Why?
I have the papers
not like you,
to prove the fact that you cannot
their behavior. Who got thrown out of court for swearing to a judge?
Who has
By a bailiff, bodily.
on us.
Bodily thrown out of court.
You're the ones that are out of control.
Why would you want, if Sarah is truly happy with them, if she really is referring to him as
Why don't
dad,
you
and you
give
did
up?
sign those papers, why wouldn't you let them have
give
Sarah?
up.
We cannot.
I really wanted to.
Like I said,
Because
Ricki,
they wouldn't let me see
One
it.
at a time. Children, one at a time. Shut up, Greg was talking. Greg, why?
Hey, lips.
Can you repeat the question now? I can't really.
Took so long, I can't remember the damn question.
Why I can't let them see or have them have my
Why
daughter?
can't they just leave us alone?
I'll tell you why.
And
Why,
let her
Lori?
be happy.
There are guidelines that you have to follow that I have received from social services
So have we.
as to what you need to go through for an adoption. You cannot have an assault as an adult for the past 5 years.
much
He's
you want
got
back?
2.
Within the
How much you want
discretion of those authorities, and those authorities gave us the discretion, are going to disregard that assault because we've been together for 6 years, in one domestic and 6 years.
But you guys, you're real good at the legal words. You really are, but you're not good at, like, protecting the 6-year-old. I'm so...
That's right. That's right.
I'm so concerned for her.
If she wasn't protected, you wouldn't call me dad.
Next up, a woman who says that the fathers of her children hate each other so much that one of them slashed the other one's tires and poured soda in his gas tank. We'll meet them next.